We're back. It's the first listens. Are you ready? Are you ready to rock? I might even put this up as the first listen of this week's Sunday's first lessons. Faces K coming at us with 200 stab wounds. Which is interesting because 200 stab wounds is just like the song that we're doing from them, Itty Bitty Pieces. You got to have at least, well, I'm going to say more than 200 stab wounds inside of the human meat sack in order to get it to itty bitty pieces. You know, it's funny because hunks and chunks, that's disgusting enough. But you've really got to put in some damage to do itty bitty pieces, right? Even though itty bitty pieces sounds cutesy in some kind of a weird way, like itty bitty pieces. And it sounds cuter than hunks and chunks, right? Of the human meat sack being torn to bits with 200. But it's, even though it sounds itty bitty pieces sounds cutesy, it's even more insanity because you have to literally mince the human meat sack into itty bitty pieces is basically what I'm trying to get to here. But we are here to listen to the song For Faces K, Itty Bitty Pieces, and we learn about the band 200 Stab Wounds. And we do it right here, right now, my friends. Welcome to the first listens. 200 stab wounds. They got 169,000 monthly listeners to the Spotify account. Top 5 jams. All talk. That's what you are, girl. You're all talk. 2.2 million plays. Acting up. Well, he's acting up again. 2.6 million plays. Very kind of, normal sounding titles until you get to tow rope around the ... 2.9 million plays. Skin milk, 1.8. I mean, that could be very sensual or very disgusting, but I'm going to say 200 stab wounds are probably going to say disgusting. 1.8 million plays. And in the fifth slot, Hands of Eternity, and that is 1.3 million plays. That's the top 5 for the band. Let's look into the albums and see what these guys have released. Looks as though they've been a band since 2021. You got Slave to the Scalpel and Manual Manic Procedure. Slave to the Scalpel is where the song Itty Bitty Pieces comes from. Have I done that properly? I feel like I did. We look into related artists for 200 Stab Wounds. And we see this might be the bands where you're like, okay, if you like 200 Stab Wounds, you might like these. Body Box, we've done them. Snuffed on Sight. Fulce. We've done Fulce. Dying Fetus. Vomit Forth. So just some really down-home fellas here. Sanguisugabog. We've done. Gates to Hell. Gate Creeper. Yes, we've done. 10 to the Chest. Is that bullets to the meat sack? 10 to the chest, bullets to the meat sack. Corpse Pile. Why do I feel like I heard a song from Corpse Pile and I said, that's heavy as hell? Guttural Slug, that's a good name. And Extermination Dismemberment. So this is just extreme metal at its finest. Looking at that bio ever so quickly, and then we will get into it. And you've got an image here with nipples out. This guitar player's got his long, sweaty hair wrapping around them nipples. Splash of hair there and some tattoos and whatnot, but they're up on stage. And they're just going for it. And they're just saying, Shane, snap your photos or do what you will and get gone to rock. Cleveland death metal legends in waiting. 200 Stab Wounds have returned with Manual Manic Procedures, a superlative sophomore effort that follows 2021 Slave to the Scalpel, their tour de force debut. The new album is a brutal slab of old school death metal with a contemporary edge. Not for the faint of hearted, dare I say to you. Manual Manic Procedures may well be the album that puts classic gore-themed ferocity back into the metal community's collective consciousness. My God, boys, you have done a fine bio there. That had me all worked up in all kinds of ways. Well, we go to the Slave to the Scalpel record for Faces K. He says, you got to check him out, dude. What's he talking about? Itty bitty pieces. Is he talking about itty bitty pieces of candy? Feed it to E.T. Is he talking about itty bitty pieces of No, he's probably talking about itty bitty pieces of 200 stab wound meat sack flesh. Titty. Go, 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 go. Itty bitty. And just like that, I haven't plugged this in proper. Damn. My God, we must start that again. Jesus, that sounded pretty beefcake. Beef on bone. This will work this time. Faces K, forget everything we've done so far. Now is the time to pay attention. You give me a half-paced chug, man. Forgot about old 200 stab wounds. I forgot about it. All right. Love that snare pie. That means trouble time. It didn't go where I thought it was going, but I like where it went. Oh, there you go. They're putting riffs all over the place. Save some riffs for later, guys. They're like, well, we got to do 200 riffs and 200 stab wounds. No, there's good riffs. Don't. Still got a minute and a half. They're going to give away more riffs. Can't reuse riffs and songs. Itty bitty pieces of good riffs. That's what he's been given. This is what's going to go on Faces K? Well, we want to drive him into the madhouse. Do they do this live? I gotta go watch a live concert, see if they do this song. I'm interested. They just come right back in and start itching your back. Oh, there you are, 200 samplers. I thought you left. Another damn fine riff. They're just giving it away. 27 seconds left. They don't. They're so confident in riff writing. They just keep. These guys got a quality about them. So you gonna wash over to another song? Yeah, it damn did. Phallic filth. And it damn did. It went out with that keyboard bit right into the other one. If I wasn't paying attention to in my due diligence, we would have went into a second song there. Dude, you guys had a lot of good riffs in there. But you know the rule. You can't use the same riff in another song because then people like me will find it and go, you can't do that. So what you did there is you kicked out about 30 good riffs. And now you can't ever use them again. Now you may be very confident in your riff writing, so you're like, yeah, I got 800,000 riffs just like those, so I can give those away. But a lot of bands might, you know, come over and just take a little piece or two of yours, a little itty bitty piece, you know, if you know what I'm saying. What say you? Most important part of my videos is where you get in the comments below and you join me as we join each other we just enjoy music and we talk about the song. We kind of get a little bit deeper in these videos that I like to do, where we, you know, really break down the band and then go into that song and then kind of see what we think about it, kind of at the end of the day. It's kind of the more intellectual side of this channel. And what I'd love for you to do now is get in the comments below and tell me exactly what you think of 200 Stab Wounds and what you thought of that song. If you could do that for me, I'd love to see that. Pardon me, I got a mint in. Just got to get rid of it. It's my favorite part too. I always like to, you know, just that last little bit and you chew it out and you kind of go. It's gone. Get down there. Good, great, fantastic. Yes, Shane, I'm a massive fan of 200 Stab Wounds. Wow, that is extreme metal fineness at its very finest. Have they ever played with Napalm Death? I'd love to know that because I love that band. Have you ever seen these guys live? How many albums do they got? What's the all-time? I mean, they got the 2 records. What's your favorite record? Songs to check out, live clips to check out, all these other good things from 200 Stab Wounds. We've done them before. We shall do them again. I shall believe. Where you say, not good, not great. Oh, Shane, it's just too much, you know. You describing all that gruesomeness for the meat sack and all that. It's just a little too much for me. I don't want it, don't need it, never going to listen to it again. All that can be put in the comments below, don't you know? If you got a request, want to see it on the channel, hit those links or put it in the comments. That's it. Faces K. Here's your thumbs. We go. We don't need to talk about anybody pieces or nothing no more. We're done with it now. Okay, guys, let's just take a deep breath. Do you know the box technique? Would you like to learn the box technique of breathing? Breathe in 4 seconds, hold it 4 seconds, let it out 4 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So you're holding. See, I didn't make the good box, but you got the idea, right? There you go. Here we go. 200 Stab Wounds.